To Gordon Greenwich.
Today, the top 6 cricket countries in the world, plus Sri Lanka and Canada, who'd come through from an earlier qualifying competition, set out on the trail of the 1979 Prudential World Cup with a final at Lord's in a fortnight's time. Now, there were 4 games played today in the 2 groups, A and B, and there were 2 matches which particularly caught the eye. The one was at Edgbaston, where West Indies were playing India. West Indies, of course, always a great attraction with those marvellous stroke players they have, and the winners of the inaugural World Cup 4 years ago in 1975. And the other game at Lord's, where England met the old enemy, Australia. And that's where we're going to start, with Mike Brearley winning the toss on a pretty gloomy morning and deciding that Australia would bat first. Well, they made a very good start indeed. Rick Darling and Andy Hildreth opening their batting. And we're going to join play. It's in the 13th over. They're still at the crease. There are 22 runs on the board, and Chris Old is bowling to Rick Darling.
Still Chris Old from this pavilion end. And again, over-pitched, driven nicely through the offside. Run will give him chase. And also by Willis. Not put away with a great deal of power. It was more stroke through the offside by Hilditch. So it brings in 3 useful runs. That's over-pitched. That's a bit more like the Darling that we saw play so many very good shots in Australia in the winter. Practically gloriously straight for 4, first boundary of the match. He meant that one all right. I think Willis testing him out, so he hasn't played that hook or pull shot very convincingly this morning, but he certainly did there and hammered it away through mid-wicket for 4. Straight drive from Darling, and that'll race up towards the pavilion. And no hope at all of anybody cutting it off. So a nice way to bring up the 50 for Australia. Put into bat by Brearley here this morning. They've certainly made the most of it. Opening stand of 50 between Hilditch and Darling. And that comes up in the 19th over. Oh, it's a lovely diving stop there. Again, Darling getting in a tangle. England in the last 12 months have owed so much to these two, Gower and Randall. One on either side of the wicket, saving innumerable runs and picking up so many run-out victims. Both on to Hilditch. Not short, that's hammered through mid-wicket this time. Under Hilditch, and that goes through for another 4. Willis to Darling. Oh, that's in the air. Lucky not to fairly simple catch. And he's given him out LBW. Still a surprise there of Darling. He set off for the leg by, but umpire Constant, no hesitation at all. And so Willis breaks his opening stand with a score on 56. Rick Darling the first to go. LBW bowled Willis for 25. That wicket fallen in the 21st over.
Good shot that. Wasn't all that short. He was very quick to seize on it.
There was a big gap there through mid-wicket, and he found it.
Boycott now coming in to bowl from the pavilion end. Just before lunch, 11 minutes to go on the first morning of this Prudential match. Boycott bowled in sweater and cap on Wednesday. And it looks as though he'll do the same thing today. Not unlike Gary Cozier in method, though Cozier does move it away from the right-handed batsman as well. But, both of them slant the ball in most of the time in the air and then cut it back off the seam. Edmonds.
is out. Boycott struck, the crowd go delirious. He's got rid of Hilditch. A little bit fortunate, an inside edge on, just with sufficient power to disturb the off stump. And Hilditch goes bowled by Boycott out for 47 with the second wicket falling at 97. Swinger again came down the hill just sufficient to beat the bat. Must say that in favour of Boycott. Found the inside edge. That's Hughes away, tickled away nicely down to long leg. The end of a Boycott over. That's brought in this first wicket, I think, at this level in the game of cricket. 3 overs now, 1 for 6. And, sprinting down to join a crowd of Boycott supporters and admirers down at third man. Both of them in action at their far end, and that's a lovely shot by Hughes, cracked away off the back foot, wasn't all that short. Looking in, admirable touch at the start of his innings. So the 100 coming up for Australia in the 38th over for the loss of 2 wickets. It's another lovely bit of fielding. It must have been a close call. Gordon in a hurry back there. Still plenty of batting to come with Yallop, Cozier, Loughlin, all very useful and handy strikers of the ball. Wright, Hogg, Dimmock and Hurst. And, slight delays out there whilst the England bowlers are not entirely happy with the ball that they've got. They've complained about it several times, but they're back with it now, and it's Boycott to Hughes. And that's in the air, lobbed away, and it's a great catch, and Boycott struck again. Hendrick, the man, coming in a fairly unusual position for him on that mid-wicket boundary. Probably just lost it for a fraction of a second, slightly late setting off, but when he got there, he made absolutely certain. And Hughes has gone. Caught Hendrick, bowled by Boycott. Hendrick to Yallop. Yallop on 3. Oh, went for the big one there. Really picked that one up. First really vicious blow that's been struck at Hendrick in his 9 overs. And again the challenge is on, and that's close, and it's out in fact. Well, they've tried it once too often, and Randall's already hit the wicket 2 or 3 times earlier on. Strikes it again. Yallop's got to go, run out, and he's out for 10. 4 men are out for 131.
And that's very well bowled. Border stays and isn't all that pleased. Bob Taylor has gone up for the catch. I had the feeling that Edmonds took a little bit of time to join him in the appeal, and it's 132 for 5 now, with Edmonds claiming Border's wicket. Disappointed and even disconsolate. Alan Border given out by umpire David Constant. There it is once again. It went straight on with the arm. Certainly plenty of response there from wicketkeeper, then bowler, and then umpire David Constant. David Gow, he must be run out. What an appalling piece of running between the wickets. Cozier was well on his way, and Loughlin called no, seeing it was Gow going away to his right-hand side. And that really was a bad one. 137 for 6 now. Needless, wastable wicket at a time when you had to have someone with plenty of power like Cozier going for his shots. His call comes, yes, and I think there must have been one there, because Cozier was a good 2/3 of the way down the wicket. Don't think it'd be unfair to put part of the blame for that latter run out on Trevor Lachlan, who declined Cozier's call. Neat stroke from right. Three to Bob Willis, who doesn't seem to be moving all that freely. It's Chris Holt. That's out. Kevin Wright, LBW, to Chris Holt, who's playing right across that, trying to pick it, I should think, from something around about middle stump, perhaps Midland leg, and hit it away over mid-wicket. It's the sort of stroke one plays in situations like this where there's just 5 overs to go. Right, LBW to Chris Holt, and the total now 150 for 7. Wright having made 6.
And coming over the wicket to the left-hander Lachlan. Those obvious tactics now with one of the tail-enders left. He'll have to move, and he's gone. No chance at all. Really, it's been some tremendous fielding by the Englishman here. It was Ian Botham this time. Lovely piece of athletic fielding on the boundary. So Dimmock facing Old. And once again, there's trouble. Another one out, is it? Yes, up goes a finger. Absolute suicidal running by these Australians. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no call, and it was Hogg Stern this time to depart without scoring. A 9-men are out now for 153. Rodney Hogg run out without opening his account. And they've gone through for a single, and just about scampered home to take the final total here onto 158 for 9 after the 60 overs.
So 159 didn't seem too great a target for England to get, and Brearley and Boycott opened the innings very confidently indeed, and we had our first sight on an English test ground of the Australian fast bowler Rodney Hogg.
And excellent delivery to start things off with. Lovely run up, smooth action, semblance of a bit of a waist swing, and the groping bat of Brearley beaten very conclusively outside the off stump.
Rodney Hogg.
Oh, that's close. Yes, yes, yes. Rodney Hogg has removed Geoffrey Boycott. Looked pretty plumb. 4 for 1. And Boycott is LBW to Rodney Hogg for 1.
And once again, Geoff Boycott, LBW, as he was so often against the Australians out in Australia. The ball hurrying onto him there, quite low, but not much doubt that it was knocking middle and leg out of the ground.
For 1.
And once again, Geoff Boycott, LBW, as he was so often against the Australians out in Australia. The ball hurrying onto him there, quite low, but not much doubt that it was knocking middle and leg out of the ground.
And he's gone. Randall is gone. A good outswinger from Alan Hurst. And this game now is wide open. 5 for 2 wickets. 1 each to Hogg and Hurst. And what a great start for Kim Hughes' side, with Randall gone for 1, Boycott for the same score. And Wright taking the catch. Off the mark for Graham Gooch. Not from the middle of the bat, but it's still 2 runs. Yallop, the fieldsman.
Easy single there, just push wide, Hogg at mid-on.
Giving it the charge. One leg by. 50 up. 2 wickets down, and we're into the 23rd over. Number 4 is Gooch and number 2 Brady. Cozier's in his 6th over now, last one before tea. First loose one, Cozier's bowled. Good cricket there from Brearley to take advantage of it. Went in the air past Lachlan at square leg, and the 4 takes Brearley to 27. 61 for 2. Shot. 2 good strokes by Brearley. And through extra cover, and that one straight down the ground, both 3. Brady goes to 36. Free stroke that. Gooch just leant into it. Picked it off his pads away through mid-wicket.
Nice bit of footwork there by Brearley, using his feet, found the gap there between mid-off and cover point, and driven very firmly through there. And a great chase back by Rick Darling. Really is a tremendous fielder, will chase everything, never gave up. So really 3 there, moving on to 39. And it's hit gloriously off the back foot. Now it's 3 for 4. So the pressure being taken off, the departure of the quicker bowlers, Lachlan coming on at medium pace and getting the treatment now from this pair of Gooch and Brearley. It's a particularly good pitch. Little margin of error for the medium pace, and that just fractionally short, but allowing Gooch to crack it away off the back foot. And the shot repeated this time, a little straighter, and it's beaten Dummett again. So 2 glorious shots there from the bat of Graham Gooch. Brings up the 100 for England and sets them well on the way to victory here. Gooch overlapping Brearley now. He moves on to 40 to Brearley's 39, and the 100 comes up at the end of 36 overs. That's short, and great shot there. Beautiful hook shot through mid-wicket. Played by Brearley, and the crowd rising to him. England really pushing ahead now in fine fashion. So the applause around the ground also for this 100 partnership. These 2 coming together when Randall was out at 5. And that long hop put away very decisively there by Brearley for 4. Stand now 101. In the nursery end, it's still Trevor Lachlan. Gooch and Brearley both in turn have quite enjoyed him. Single to Gooch, who's on 48 now. That makes him the top scorer in the match to date. Just been about the best part of the day in more respects than one. A pleasant evening now, some patches of blue sky around, and long last a few shots coming from the bats of the Englishman, and he's gone. Found the outside edge. So Brearley departs for 44, and 3 men are out for 113. So So just taking that extra liberty there off the bowling of medium pace O'Loughlin. He falls after a stand which has been worth 108 runs to England and has surely put them in 4 points here. Well, had a fairly unhappy start and could so easily have gone in the first few overs of the innings, but he lacked something in technique. He made up for it in courage, and he's battled his way through to a fine individual effort. Catch to the wicket-keeper off the outside edge, as seen here once again. There is the deflection, and Kevin Wright taking it low down by the ankles. So Loughlin switching to round the wicket for left-handed Gower. Five and 4 split field again for him. No close catches, but plenty in run-saving positions. Confident start, firmly in the middle of the bat. The first ball received by Gower, tucked away for a single. There's this happy knack of coming in on the big occasion and finding the middle of the bat straight away. Cozier to Gooch. That should be it. There's a single for his 50. Graham Gooch carrying on this wonderful spell he's been in ever since play has been possible here in the middle of May. Scoring runs consistently and regularly for Essex, and now has turned it on here in this first Prudential International. Fine 50 from Graham Gooch. Puts him in as a contender for the Man of the Match award, decided here today by Freddie Titmus. Loughlin to Gooch. And he's given him out, LBW, and Gooch looked a little bit surprised, short, looking to try and force it over mid-wicket. A little bit of extra bounce beating him, but when the finger goes up, you've got to go. But it's the end of a good innings there from Graham Gooch. Fine 53 out of an England total of 124 for 4. So this could, even now, continue to be a very good contest. England's bright young hope at the far end, faced with this extremely good fast bowler that Australia unearthed with such devastating form during the course of the winter. 41 test wickets in a series, the best ever by any Australian. Comes into Gower. And that's the way the left-hander answered him, over-pitched and stroked beautifully through extra cover for 4. It short and put away quite beautifully there through mid-wicket by David Gower.
Well, there it is. Dimmick's waiting for it, and he's had to look a long way for it because Botham's hit it right into the crowd. The trap was laid, and it all worked perfectly, except Botham hit it another 30 yards past where the Australians expected. Well, if that's not the shot of the day, it's very close to it. Beautiful stroke, and it's all covered by Alan Hirsch's shrug of the shoulders there. There was nothing wrong with that delivery, but there was everything right with the stroke. Botham goes to 19, Gower's on 21, 160 is the target. Loughlin to Gower. That's it. Victory for England, a thorough victory and well deserved, with both of them going on to 20. Gower 22, 160 for 4, and we were in the 48th over.